Welcome to the local brown bagger on CFRO 102.7 FM, Co-op Radio in Vancouver. Our speaker today has an urgent message for you. Slow down and enjoy your life. Cecil Andrews is a community educator from Seattle and author of Slow is Beautiful, New Visions of Community, Leisure, and Joie de Vivre. She spoke at the Vancouver Public Library on March 5th, 2007, and we'd like to thank the Necessary Voices Society for this recording. Here is Cecil Andrews.
Part of the slow life, and it's interesting because talking about the slow life, some people would be like horrified. They'd think, oh no, I don't want anything about the slow life. And I was trying to figure out under what age would that be? Would it be 18 and under that they would be horrified by the slow life? 25, 30, what do you think? Okay. Well, I think there might be a little bit of age in there though. But the idea, I think you all know what I'm talking about, is waking up in the morning and looking forward to your day instead of to feel clutched in your stomach right away, and being able to take your time and have time for the things that matter and to hang out. And at the evening, I've begun to think that for some of us, that the high point of our day is crossing something off of our to-do list. Like, that's as good as it gets. You know, it's like we're so overwhelmed that we just keep, we don't have any real joy except crossing something off the list. And so I started to think, well, those of us in the slow life, what we do is we try to cross things off of our list even if we haven't done them. We just start going through. So that's what we'll talk about. How do you get to that point where you're crossing those things off? And I think, I've seen this frenzy that a lot of people are in just expand so quickly. It used to be when I'd see my friends, I'd say, hello, how are you? And they'd say, fine. And then I'd see people and they'd say, how are you? And they'd say, oh, busy. And of course, it makes you feel like saying, okay, then I'll just move right along. Because, who's going to want to take time if they're telling you they're busy? And now what people are saying is, I say, how are you? And they say, slammed. And I think, what kind of an answer is that? That people feel slammed. And then you start, it's kind of like we've got to be able to see what bizarre lives we've started to live. And I like to ask people about things they've seen people do in cars. And, while they're driving. Does anybody have something that they've seen that they think is just too odd for words while they're driving? What do you have? Well, no, I was driving along and I saw this guy's head kept going down like this, like that. And then he brought his cereal to his mouth. So that's what he was doing. He was eating his cereal.